And we're now streaming live.
And we're streaming live. So if you're sitting in the parking lot, pull out your phone.
There you go.
Go to YouTube.
Go to
the
YouTube.
KOB.
Yeah. So here's what you do. You do a search for at News Radio KKOB.
There you go.
And you'll see all of our our previous live streams from this morning. And you'll see us live. Right?
And
come on, we're beautiful.
But we've got a lot to talk about. If you've got a car question, text it in now. 505-243-3333. I've got the text line up in front of me. We'll try and get to those questions. We've got quite a few questions that came in over the past couple of weeks. radiocarquestions@gmail.com. radiocarquestions@gmail.com. But yeah, it's a big September, man. All kinds of things going on this month. We are pretty excited in Los Lunas. We've got out of control crazy, but almost. It was
pretty crazy.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We had a great month last month. All kinds of customers coming in, taking advantage of some of the service deals that we've got, taking advantage of a lot of the new car specials that we had last month. And that kind of left us overstocked. There's not a lot of parking left.
Yeah.
And so we'll stocked sale, used car overstock sale. If you are looking for a used car, get on down to Los Lunas. If you're here in town for the football game, you're here in town for the state fair, get on down to Los Lunas. We have got all kinds of used vehicles. And what we've done is there's a bunch of them that we took in that, typically we're going to send to the auction, but we've kept them a couple of weeks because we want to give you guys a chance to buy them. We're going through, and they may have a little bit higher mileage. They may not be perfect, but they're still good, solid vehicles.
Yeah.
And Todd and his crew have been doing some safety inspections on those, and so we've got a big selection of really affordable used vehicles that we're giving you a couple of weeks to come in and look at before we send them to the auction. So take advantage of that. It's still looking at all kinds of things.
Oh yeah, we're looking at headlights, turn signals, brakes, charging system. Everything that's a safety item that could be an issue.
Yeah.
And we fix it.
Yeah, and if we find something during that safety inspection, if we find an issue, engine transmission, we go ahead and kick that out and send that right to the auction.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a good, affordable used car, you ought to take advantage of that. Get on down to Los Lunas. We're super easy to find. If you're here in town visiting, just head south on I-25. It's not, what is it, 20 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Except for this morning traffic. There was a little traffic this morning. I didn't hear it on the traffic report.
Yeah. See all the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wide open.
Wide open now. But head on south on I-25, exit 203 on I-25, and we're right on the interstate there. You'll see us in Los Lunas, and maybe you like Los Lunas and want to move there.
There you go. A lot of houses.
Yeah, there's all kinds of houses.
Packed in there.
So head on down there. And on the new car side, we have got a lot of things going on. We've got like Jeep. Jeep announced their drive into fall sales event this week for the month, and they've got some big offers going on, like getting like $8,000 cash back on a new 2025 Ram 1500, or you could choose 1.9% for 72 months. On the Dodge side, I've had so many phone calls on this since they announced this a couple of days ago. On the Dodge side, they're advertising a $139 lease on a brand new Dodge Hornet. And that's with no money down on a 24-month lease. So if you're looking for something crazy affordable, that's a pretty good deal on a Dodge Hornet. We've only got a couple left. So if you're looking for something that you could drive around for $139 a month, come down. Ford also jumped into the party. I forgot to tell you who we're sponsored by. I was so excited about talking about the party zone. I forgot. So we are Melloy Los Lunas. We are Melloy Ford, Melloy Chevrolet, Melloy Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, and Melloy commercial along with the budget used car center got $3,500 off a new 2020 Ford Escape. That's over 10% off of off MSRP on a new Ford 2025 Ford Escape. And those, they've redesigned them a little bit. They've got the ST line, which is a beautiful vehicle. And so if you're looking for, a really, really good deal, that's a great deal. And if you want to go electric, like Todd and I did this morning,
Yes, we
again,
did.
we like to drive something different. If you're looking for a Ford Mustang Mach-E, you can get 0% for 72 months. Plus, you can choose the Power Promise, which is installation of a level 2 charger in your home so that you are able to get that. Or you can take a rebate if you've already got a charger, and you can get up to $2,000 in rebates on the Mach-E along with that 0%.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. So, and we've got one up here at the studio sitting outside, and we've got several at the dealership there in Los Lunas. But we're truck people in Los Lunas. We're just country folk down there. And so we're super excited about Chevy Truck Month. It's Chevy Truck Month, baby. We love it, some Chevy Truck Month. And we've got a big selection of Silverados right now. We've got heavy-duty Silverados. We've got 1500s. Man, they just keep coming. If you're looking for a Silverado, Todd and I both Silverado owners.
Yeah,
so,
we are. When you pull in, you see that big old bat truck.
Yeah, we got the bat truck.
It's right there.
Big 2500 lifted, power running boards, custom Batman interior. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful truck.
It is.
So if you're looking for a truck, you need to get on down and talk to some real truck people, because that's us. We're just some country folk in Los Lunas selling trucks. I was looking back. They haven't offered that low an interest rate in probably over a year.
Wow.
For that term.
Yeah.
You can always get 0% for like 36 months. And if you can do that, more power to you. But most of us need to have some kind of a payment to make sense. So, 2.9 for 72 months. That's a big deal. So get on down to Los Lunas. Look at Ford, look at Chevrolet, look at Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. You can even get some rebates on the Wranglers. There's all kinds of stuff going on. And then take advantage of this overstocked used car sale. It is a big deal. I'm telling you, there are some auction-priced cars down there that are in great condition, that are fresh local trades, and they've gone through the service department and have been safety certified. You can still get extended warranty on those. You can still get a lot of choices on those. So get on down there and do that. I also got to say that this is the last final call for the EV federal $7,500 tax credit. So if you go to an electric vehicle and it qualifies for that tax credit, this is the last month. You've got about 3 weeks left, and then that's going away. So that's a big deal. $7,500 is a lot of money.
It is.
And the IRS just gives it to you for buying an EV. So we've got the Chevrolet Blazers. We've got those sitting on lot. We've got a couple of those. We've got some Equinoxes coming in. So if you're looking for an EV and you want to take advantage of that, you got to do it. You got to give us a call. As long as you're contracted by the end of the month. And that means that even if you can't take delivery until the next month, as long as you're contracted, you will qualify for that $7,500. So when we come back, we are going to start talking about some finance question myths and truths. And then we've also got car questions coming up at the bottom of the hour. Again, text in your car questions, 505-243-3333. And if you're out driving around, get on down to Los Lunas while you're listening to us and buy a car.
Yeah.
That's what we want. But we'll be back after this break on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
The KKOB Golf Classic tees off Monday, September 22nd at Tanawan Country Club, presented by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union. The event benefits Presbyterian's Pace Academy and features 2 hole-in-one opportunities, an exclusive silent auction, online auction, and live raffle. Enjoy great golf, food, and giveaways. Special thanks to Waterstone Mortgage, Johnson & Johnson MedTech, Encompass Health, and Darren White for Mayor. Spots are limited and going fast. Sign up now and make every swing count at newsradiokkob.com.
Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, all at one location. Melloy, Los Lunas, big city selection, small town service, worth the drive because everything is cheaper in the country. MelloyLosLunas.com. Used cars are cheaper too, like a 2015 Chevrolet Camaro for only $13,995, or a 2017 Ram 1500 four-wheel drive for only $23,100, or a 2020 Ford F-150 4x4 for $24,990. Call 505-451-0714. Numbers J25121C, B117DD, 2649.
Ron Peterson Firearms Closeout Sale. All non-gun items must go. Join us September 11th, 12th, and 13th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. All ammunition must go. Over 200 magazines, 150 holsters, 100 scopes under $100, plus reloading equipment, knives, books, and much more, all priced to move. Bring any unloaded firearm or related item for a complimentary appraisal. That's Ron Peterson Firearms, 4418 Central Avenue Southeast. Ron Peterson Firearms thanks you for 57 years. This sale excludes firearms, but hurry, once it's gone, it's gone.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply, stop to opt out.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country. When you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
Connect with a local divorce attorney today. Text Law 33 to 32 32 32. Law 33 to 32 32 32. CordellCordell.com.
This is where New Mexico comes to talk. 96.3 News Radio KKOB. Depend on it.
We are back on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio. Also on your YouTube channel, if you're looking at us on the YouTube, what's up? We are talking about cars, and we've got the text line already kind of lit up a little bit.
All right.
We're going to get to some of these. We're going to get to some of these comments I can't read, but the other ones. Yeah, we're going to talk about some of this. We're also going to talk about some other things coming up. But if you've got a car question, 505-243-3333, 505-243-3333. We have got all kinds of things to talk about. You know, somebody asked me the other day, that's why I brought this up about financing. Somebody brought up a question the other day about leasing. And so I kind of came up with some of the common questions, and whether they're myths or whether it's true. There's some common things when people are looking at financing a vehicle. One of the things that a lot of people that I hear a lot, especially around here because it's not as big as it is in other parts of the country here, is about leasing. And one of the questions is it isn't leasing just like it's like renting a house, right? And people always say it's better to buy a house than to rent a house because you're just paying somebody else's. Yeah. So that's how some people feel about leasing. Is leasing just throwing your money away? Well, not always. No. And I got to tell you, leasing makes a lot of sense in certain situations. It's not for everyone. For instance, for me, I drive way too much because most leases are based on 15,000 miles, 10,000 miles, and I drive way more than that. But for somebody that likes to have a new car every 2 or 3 years, when you think about it, you never really own that car. It's you in the back. It went crazy this week.
We get some tickets for tonight.
Yeah, we got. I just heard that on driving up here. Yeah. But unless you win the lottery and pay your car off, then you never really own your car. You're always making payments to the bank. So with leasing, the good advantage is that you can get to the end of the lease, and if you really like the car, then you arrange financing and you buy it. But if you want to get a new car at the end of 2 years or 3 years, you just bring it back to the dealership and say, "Here's your keys, and where's my other car?" and do it again. So there are some advantages to leasing. There are also, especially for businesses, of course, for businesses, leasing often makes sense because it's expensed better. And so that's not always throwing your money away on leasing. Another question that I thought that I often get is, I had a bankruptcy a couple of years ago. Can I get a car loan? And the answer is yes. And oftentimes, even right after a bankruptcy is finalized, there are lenders that are out there that, and it's not even really, the rate's always going to be a little bit higher, but not crazy. Not like, going to the title loan place and getting crazy and high interest. There are some reasonable banks out there, and especially if you've had, good things happen to bad people, or bad things happen to good people. There you go.
And the other way around too.
The other way around too. But sometimes you've had a great payment history up until some event happened in your life, and you just had no choice but to file a bankruptcy. And banks will look at that too. Hey, great payment history up until something happened. Now they're back on track and they're willing to give that loan. So just because you've had bad credit or a bankruptcy, divorce, everything else, those things can happen, but we've got lenders that will certainly work with you. Another thing that people, I get this question a lot, that a lot of times they'll ask, hey, if I want to do I need to make extra payments towards my car? Does it help? So, you've got a normal car payment that you're making, but you got a little extra money. Does putting that down as an extra payment really help your situation? And the answer is yes, because even if you keep that car forever, the more money that you pay, the faster, the less interest that you're going to end up paying on the loan. So, and then it makes it easier also if you do want to end up trading it and you've paid that down, you're not in a bad situation on the car. So if you've got a car payment and you do make those extra payments, I will tell you this, there are some lenders that if you just send them money without telling them what it is, they will apply it to your next payment instead of applying it towards the principal. So you always want to make sure that you let your lender know, the bank know, hey, I'm making this towards the principal. This isn't an extra payment. I'm paying this right down. But it does help your situation quite a bit. And this one, I've heard a couple of times. People always think that a car dealership makes more money when we finance somebody with bad credit. And that's not true. In fact, a lot of lenders will charge certain fees for financing to accept loans. And so oftentimes we have to pay a little bit to arrange financing for somebody that doesn't have perfect credit. And these days, more and more, if the dealership makes less money on the financing part of the deal than used to be true in the past. Used to be true in the past, the financing was what it was all about for dealerships. That's where they made all their money. But now with the rise of so many people using credit unions, so many people using certain, like the finance programs through the factory, there's not as much money to be made on that financing for the dealership. But that's how we sell cars. So we arrange that financing no matter what. We'll get you done. So it doesn't really matter, good credit, bad credit, whether that affects how the dealership looks at if we want to sell you a car or not. No, we just want to sell you a car.
Yeah.
That's all it is to it. And then I had one more, and I don't know what I did with it. So what we're going to talk about, unless I find that. Oh, it's right here. Look, I found it. It's right here on this piece of paper. If I take a longer loan, isn't that always better since the payment's lower? So yes, you can get lower payments, but you're going to pay more interest. The longer your loan, the more interest that you're going to pay. But sometimes you just have to figure out what payment range you're looking at and then do it from there. It's like the 0% for 72 on the Mach-E. That's a great deal. And you want to take advantage of that. A 0% at 36 months, you might not be able to do that payment. So it really depends on what's comfortable for you. And that's always what we look at the dealership. If you go to Melloy Ford, Melloy Chevrolet, or Melloy Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, or even our budget used car center, we're always going to take a look at where you want to be payment wise, because we don't want to put you in a position where you can't make the payments. Because that's not good for you, and it's not good for us, because then 2 years from now you're not going to come back to us and buy a car. So we want to build those relationships, and building a relationship with our customers is really about putting you in the right position so that you're happy with the vehicle. Todd and his team are going to take care of you in our service department, and then when it's time to get a new vehicle, you're going to come back to us. And that's really what it's about with us, and especially being, I joke about us being just some country folk down there, but we are in a small town, and it's getting bigger, but it's still a smaller town. And so it's important to us that we take care of our customers, and we try and work on that every day, trying to make sure that we're improving communication. I mean, that's been a big topic with us this week.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it has.
But it's everywhere. It's just it's more and more. It's hard to get somebody in customer service that's going to give you the service that you deserve, and that's what we're working on. We ain't perfect, but we sure are working on it. We had a lot of discussions about that this week, about staying in touch with people, making sure that they're happy with the vehicles that they have, making sure that they know what's going on when they bring their vehicle in for service. So those were some of the myths and otherwise that I was thinking about when we talk about car financing. And if you're looking for a vehicle, get on down to Los Lunas today. We've got big deals going on. Truck month at Chevy, the deals going on at Jeep and at Ford. Don't miss this opportunity. And our used car clearance event. Make sure and get down there and take a look at those. When we come back after the break, we are going to jump into Tech Corner. We're going to answer some questions. We're going to start reading some of these text messages. If you've got a car question, go ahead and send it in, 505-243-3333. And we'll be back on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio on 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, all at one location. Melloy Los Lunas, big city selection, small town service, worth the drive because everything is cheaper in the country. MelloyLosLunas.com. Used cars are cheaper too, like a 2015 Chevrolet Camaro for only $13,995, or a 2017 Ram 1500 four-wheel drive for only $23,100, or a 2020 Ford F-150 4x4 for $24,990. Call 505-451-0714. Number J25121C, B1017DP 26498.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Have you ever argued with your wife about an accent wall? Imagine the overwhelming feeling about painting the entire outside of your home. Eric Strauss here. Do like me and hire CertaPro painters. They're honest, clean, thoughtful, and they have the attention to detail to save the arguments and beautify the outside of your home. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Schedules fill up fast, so now's time to plan for your project. For your home or business, CertaPro Painters.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune into the Core Financial Retirement Show with Phil Gordley of Core Financial, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Phil talks about the latest trends and headlines that could impact your retirement. Make sure you're well informed before you retire. Listen Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 to the Core Financial Retirement Show with Phil Gordley. Investment advisory products and services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, guys, we should really move to the dining room for dinner.
Do we have to? This kitchen is gorgeous. Wait, is this granite?
Yep, we had Trustle's Transformations remodel the whole thing.
If your kitchen's stuck in the past, let Trustle's Transformations bring it into the future. Complete kitchen remodels designed for living, cooking, and entertaining. Visit TrustleTransforms.com or call 292-TOPS to explore the possibilities and design your new kitchen today.
Listen to News Radio KKOB anywhere in the world. Download the KKOB app in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Just search KKOB.
Tech Corner.
Wow.
Tech Corner.
That was a good one.
We
That
got
was
the
our-
good Tech Corner. Yeah, baby. Welcome on back to the Melloy a Los Lunas Auto Show, sponsored, as always, by Melloy Ford, Melloy Chevrolet, Melloy Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge Ram, Melloy Commercial and Fleet Center, as well as Melloy Budget Car Collection. We are talking about cars, and thanks for sticking in with us. I know y'all are just tuning in to hear the football game, but that's okay. you get to listen to us for another little bit.
All right.
We're going to talk about cars. We got some questions on the text line that we're going to talk about. If you've got a car question, we might have time to get to it still. 505-243-3333. 505-243-3333. Let's start off with one of these questions off the text line. Todd, we were talking about this offline a little bit, but
Yeah.
Okay, so the texter, and it's chopped up a little bit, but he's talking about the 3.6 liter Jeep engine, talking that sometimes it has an oil or coolant leaks.
Yeah.
And the question is, the texter's thinking that it's due to the plastic filter housing. And why don't they use the metal filter housing?
You know, when we talked about that, it's
Yeah.
like, I wish we could. I mean, I would love to have that. You know, get metal pieces that leak as well, but I mean, we don't have any control of that.
Yeah.
And the inserts that they use, all the manufacturers do it. And then you have some that don't leak. I mean, they'll go for a lot of miles before anything happens, and we've seen a few, but you know, that's something that we don't have any control of.
And I've driven, I've had a lot of Wranglers. I've driven a lot of Wranglers.
Yeah.
In fact, this is probably the longest period of time I haven't owned a Wrangler.
Yeah, you haven't.
I haven't. It's been a couple of years since I've had a Wrangler.
Yeah.
But and I've had them with the 3.6. That engine, we were talking about it during the commercial. That engine's a kind of a funky little engine the way it's designed,
Yeah,
right? Because that's the one that's got the oil filter on the top.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
And a star motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the oil filter on the top, and it's just kind of in that valley.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, I think it's, they put that motor, it's a pretty big motor goes in that Jeep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably where they had to locate it. But I mean, unfortunately, we see a few, but we don't see them all. We don't see
Right.
a lot of them doing it, but we
Yeah.
see a few. But
We do see some.
and even the metal pieces that we keep, sometimes you get a leak. And,
Yeah.
so everything's mechanical.
But the other reason too, I think, just talking about it, is I think that every manufacturer has to comply with certain EPA requirements as far as gas mileage, fuel economy, and so they try and save weight every
Sure.
chance they get,
Sure.
because they want to increase that gas mileage, and so a lot of the decisions that they make are based on, we've got to hit this gas mileage range,
Mhm.
and we have to reduce weight.
Yep.
And it's a great engine. I love the
It
3.6 and the
is.
Wrangler.
It really is.
But it's sometimes they make those decisions before that. But here's what we'll do. We will text my Jeep rep and
There you
say, hey, bro, I got somebody texting me telling me stop it. So we'll try and take care of that for you.
The heat wise too. I mean, they withstand quite a bit of heat
Yeah.
in there. I mean, that's, if you really think about it,
Yeah.
I mean, that those plastic pieces do withstand a lot.
Yeah. And texter, if you don't want the 3.6, the 2 liters is a great engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Oh, this is not a question. The text message is, I would get a Hemi, but it's too much money. I agree.
It is. Yeah.
But you know what we were watching? I was watching at the dealership. We've got in the waiting area, we've got this TV system, and they play this nostalgic section where they have like nostalgic commercials.
Yeah.
And this morning there was a commercial on from McDonald's from wherever, 1985 or whatever, that was advertising a double Big Mac meal for $2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get that double Big Mac meal today, $12.
Yeah.
So everything's more expensive, but I agree.
Yeah.
Prices have gone up.
Yeah, and you're getting what you pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, you get you a big Hemi motor in there.
And that Hemi's coming back, and we're excited about that.
Yeah.
The 3-liter Hurricane is a great engine, but we are excited about the Hemi coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a couple of other questions that we've got here. I just bought a 2023 Ford F-150 hybrid. I hope it was from us. Do I need oil changes as often as a regular gas truck, or does the hybrid part make it different?
I would just pay attention to the dash and change it when it tells you to. I mean, it'll figure it out for you.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good. I mean, that oil change sequence that it goes through combustion chamber and all that, and stroke, it's right on the money. I mean, you could go up to, I think, 7,000 miles on an oil change, depending on how you drive it.
Yeah. And so just understand with that hybrid in the F-150, with that power boost engine. So if you've got, and I'm assuming that's what you've got with the hybrid in the F-150s, the power boost, with that engine, the engine's your normal engine.
Correct.
It is going to have the same requirements and the same maintenance requirements as just a normal, completely non-hybrid engine. The hybrid part of that is just drawing off of that and charging the
it's
battery.
a whole separate unit.
Yeah. So yes, you should stick to the manufacturer's recommendations. And I don't know, it depends on your driving habits, but yeah,
it does.
So 7,500 miles somewhere in there.
Yep.
Okay, how about this? My 2018 Toyota Camry makes a humming noise that gets louder the faster I go, but only from the driver's side. Could that be a wheel bearing?
Yes, it could. It could also be a tire that's starting to separate a little bit too. I've heard some humming noises coming from it, or sometimes a little bit of improper wear on a tire will cause it.
Yeah.
But it could very well. Now, how you can tell a wheel bearing is if you turn, let's say you do 25, 30 miles an hour while it's making noise, turn it all the way to one side, and when it pulls the pressure off of that side, it'll go away. And then when you turn it the other way, if it comes on stronger, you hear it on the driver's side, it's probably on the driver's side.
Okay. We got a cool little thing in the shop. They're called, what is it, ears?
We call them the ears.
Yeah, the ears.
Pico scopes.
Yeah. So there's actually little microphones that you can put on the chassis of the vehicle.
Magnetic.
Yeah. And so that way the technician can go drive it and he can hear where those noises are coming. Sometimes it's hard to hear which side it's coming from.
Correct.
So we call them the ears.
Yep,
but
we move them around, and then we find the loudest part of it, and then that's where we concentrate on that area.
Sometimes we hide them places and record people. Not just kidding. No, but there's a very handy. So if you don't know which side that's actually coming from, you could bring it in and we could take a look at that.
We use that for vibrations. And
did you ever fix the vibration? Did you ever find out what was the vibration on that truck?
We're looking at it right now.
Okay.
We're thinking it's in the rear end, but matter of fact, we got the Pico scope, we got the ears that we're fixing to put on it.
They were looking at is it 2500?
2500.
They had a 2500 in the shop the other day, and it had a vibration. And it's just really tricky to figure out.
It was a crazy noise.
Yeah. So sometimes, even somebody that works on cars every day, all day, forever, it takes a little bit to kind of isolate those noises. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I've got a 2021 Chevrolet Traverse. Again, hope you bought it from us. With 65,000 miles. 2021, 65. That's about right.
Yeah.
Every once in a while accelerating onto the highway. And I hope you're not doing that in Los Lunas. I got to tell you, they have made the interchange in Los Lunas when you're coming north from Los Lunas. They have made it like a little driving course.
Like a racetrack.
Yeah, it's like a racetrack. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing some construction, actually widening the road a little bit. And they've been out there a couple of weeks. But so I hope you're not doing that there. But if you are, it feels like it hesitates for a second before shifting. Is that a transmission problem starting?
Well, I mean, what I would do to start off, I would make sure that you're doing your proper maintenance on it, because they will give you the mileage recommendations. And then it could even be maybe you've got a little bit of a dirty injector that's kind of doing it, or it could be a few things. As long as you don't have a check engine light on, I think everything's good. But I would go ahead and get the maintenance done on it and follow the manufacturer's owner's manual. Or give us a call. I can tell you exactly what to do.
I got here's more Stellantis, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, not bashing, but I've got that just came in. I've got a 22 Jeep Gladiator that's got a hard top. Okay, good. Again, hope you bought it from us. Every time it rains, I get water dripping in the corner above the passenger seat. Is that a Jeep thing, or should I bring it in?
Well,
kind of a Jeep thing.
A Jeep thing. But you can bring it in.
No, they've gotten a whole lot better. Again, as a multiple Wrangler owner, it's kind of a Jeep thing. But we can look at some of the seals.
Yeah.
It's a 2022. It should be
It could be in a weather strip.
Yeah.
It could be a weather stripping that's off a little bit, or you need a new one. But yeah, we could look at it. But yeah, they tend to leak on you a little bit. The old ones did.
Yeah. And sometimes I've had them where I'm putting them. Sometimes I've had them where I'm putting them on quickly, and I just didn't seal it. I just didn't put it down.
Not exactly right. Yeah.
Especially with that split top in the front. A lot of times that will happen.
Just make sure it's set up exactly where it's supposed to be, and then clamp it down.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I've got a. This is not a tech question, but this just came in on the tech hotline here. What's the price ranges on the Mach-E? Great question. Love that question.
Hey, I was looking at it. I was looking at the addendum when we were driving in. I seen it for it was like 54, I think it was.
There's the Mach-E's really start around 40. And it depends. You can get the Mach-E in an all-wheel drive. The E all-wheel drive, you can get it in the Select or Premium. There's some different levels of that, but they start around 40 and they go up to 50, 55.
We were in a little bit more loaded.
Yeah,
one, but,
it's nice.
But it was a nice car.
Yeah, nice car.
Really nice car.
But we've got a couple that are priced right down there, like MSRP is like right around 40 grand. Yeah. And there's some rebates that's 0%. It's pretty awesome. How about this one? I got time for Jerry. I got time for another one, don't I?
Cool.
Okay.
Shake his head at us. Yes.
Yeah, that way he doesn't yell at me about.
Slip another one there too.
Oh, I hardly yell at you at all.
Hurry up. He's waving at me. Okay, I've got a I don't know if let's try.
You want to read this one?
Let's try this one. Okay. I don't know. Got a 2016 Subaru Outback. Still hope you bought it from us. Sometime go back to normal. The battery seems fine. What could cause that? That's a tough one.
Yeah, there's something electrical. It could be in like a BCM. It could be in a module that's holding it to doing that. You don't have any check-in lights or anything, so as it's going through all its sequences, checking everything to look at. But it could be. I mean, as long as you don't have a check engine light and stuff, it could be in a BCM.
This is Todd's theory. If the engine light ain't on, drive it. Subarus, I've had some experience with them. They are a little bit susceptible to electrical issues. They have some.
I don't want to say that.
Okay, I'm not bashing.
No.
Subaru is a great car.
Those are excellent. I mean, I've driven them,
but they are susceptible to a little bit of electrical issues. Kind of like Volkswagen's kind of the same way. They're known to have some electrical things.
I've noticed there has been some BCM in a couple of modules that have read on those, so that's why I kind of mentioned that.
Yeah. Hey, one more quick one. This one we're going to read just real quick because this is pretty common. I got a 2020 Chevy Equinox. The only thing that throws me on this is why it was just happening, but it says lately when I use the remote start in the morning, the car turns on, but then shut.
15 minutes. And I think you can adjust that, but if you can go in and adjust the time, but usually they're set for 15 minutes, then cuts off.
Yeah.
And you get to do it twice.
Right.
And then you got to cycle the key, cycle the key, and then get two more. But after 5 minutes, I'm not sure if maybe it's set up wrong.
Yeah.
Or is it just doing it? Was it doing it for 15, now doing it for 5? Or
right.
But something that we could take a look at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are some settings on that, but that's like I had my Silverado run the other day when it was so hot, and at about 15 minutes, that's off.
So you get a check engine light and your remote start doesn't work. I mean, if you have any lights on the dash, your remote start doesn't work. It's like a safe.
It could not be receiving voltage or
something.
Yeah.
We need something. We need to
bring it in. Bring it into us.
Yeah.
If you've got any questions, you can call the store at 505-451-0714. 505-451-0714. If you've got a sales question, if you've got a service question, that reaches a menu that will get you Dodge Ram store. 505-451-0714. dial that number if you've got any other questions. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, I have no idea what we're going to talk about. So join us for that exciting segment, Without a Clue. That's our Without Us Auto Show on 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
It's time again for the Chick-fil-A and News Radio KKOB Barnstorming Tour. Register your business now at newsradiokkob.com. And just maybe BV will show we appreciate you working hard and want to reward you with Chick-fil-A. Log on to newsradiokkob.com and register to be a part of the Barnstorming Tour with Chick-fil-A and News Radio KKOB.
Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, all at one location. Melloy Los Lunas is cheaper in the country. MelloyLosLunas.com. Used cars are cheaper too, like a 2015 Chevrolet Camaro for only $13,995, or a 2017 Ram 1500 four-wheel drive for only $23,100, or a 2024 F-150 4x4 for $24,990. Call 505-451-0714. Number J2.
The weekend is here. You ready to let loose and have fun? Okay, but let's talk weekend. Enjoying a few drinks, letting the stress of the week melt away. Sounds great, right? So, when the night winds down and it's time to head home, make the right call. Take a ride on us. Santa Fe County DWI program partnered with Cumulus Media to help end DWI. Open the Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code SFWKND25 in all caps. Then your weekend libations, request an Uber and we'll pay up to $10 for your ride. Up to 4 ride code now through September 28th at 12 midnight. Rides are only valid Friday, Saturday, and Sunday each weekend. There's no excuse for drinking and driving. Take a ride on us. Together, we can end DWI.
You're lost. You're devastated. You know the way your loved one died was wrong. Someone didn't pay attention, do their job, or just put money ahead of safety. You know it was wrong. That's why we call it wrongful death. We can help. Visit wrongfuldeathnm.com or call 505-505-LOST today for a cost-free. Make it right.
Many styles, one standard. Simply Amish. Transform your home with Albuquerque's finest locally owned furniture store. Get 20% off on custom and express pieces today. Corner of Paseo and Wyoming or online at simplyamishabq.com. Your dream space awaits.
At Cumulus Digital, our campaigns outperform industry benchmarks by more than 25% because we go beyond clicks and impressions, showing you exactly who saw your ad by name and address. We build solutions that fit more than 4,000 businesses that partner with us. Their marketing results shouldn't be either. Visit cumulusdigital.com today.
From Albuquerque to Angel Fire. Depend on 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
He's pointing at me. We're back. We are back on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show on your radio, right in front of a Lobo game coming up. There you go. So playing Idaho, right? Idaho State.
Sure, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that's right. So there you go. Howling. That's a long howl. Yeah. That's like the extended mix. And we are back on the Melloy Los Lunas Auto Show. Thanks for tuning in. We're having way too much fun this morning. That last tech question has just spun Todd out. Todd is in here on his phone on Google. He's trying to dial into the dealership to get an answer on the remote start question. It is bugging you.
Yeah,
it is bothering
you. I'm
you.
going to find out. that maybe we can get that, and I could maybe point him in the right direction.
He was thinking, you thought maybe there's a secondary battery.
Yeah, some of them have that auxiliary battery. I don't know if there's something going on with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Okay.
It's things like that. I want to find out.
So you're going to keep Todd up tonight. He's going to be researching that all night long.
Monday, I'm going to find out. I'm telling you.
Line two that I wanted to get to real quick. I got this last part of the show. I don't know what we're talking about, but let's talk about this. So I got a texter that texted in, "Hey, my credits got a credit score in the fives. Trail boss. What are my options?" That's a great question.
Yeah, I drive.
Todd.
Nice truck.
Yeah,
I love that truck.
Todd loves his Trail Boss. I don't have a Trail Boss, but I got an RST. My wife's short. She likes to get up a little bit shorter. So great truck, and there's a lot of options with that Trail Boss, right? You can get the Trail Boss custom. Now you can get the Trail Boss in a heavy duty version as well. Yeah. So there are a lot of options as far as that. And one of the good things is that even with a credit score in that mid fives, if you've got some stability, if you've got a good job time, good time on the residence, if you've shown the ability to pay for a car loan in the past, there are some options. And even General Motors, even through General Motors Financial, they have got a couple of programs that are actually specifically targeted towards not perfect credit. So if you are looking for an option, there are some. We would just have to take a look at that situation. My suggestion is call the store, 505-451-0714. Ask to speak with Jason. Jason's my sales manager at Chevrolet, and kind of explain the situation to him. He can give you those options, and he is awesome at working with people with less than perfect credit.
He really is.
So he knows a lot of programs. He's really good at it. So I would call 505-451-0714. But that's a good choice. And we are always looking for 2017 Dodge Rams because we've got a lot of customers looking for those too. Yeah. So this would be a good time to do that. We were talking about, I don't know if we were on the air or not, but we were talking about Powerball.
Oh, yeah, we were.
What is it, 1.8 billion?
1.8 billion.
Wow.
That's a stop.
That's almost walking around money.
That's almost, yeah.
I got 20. I'm going to drop a whole $20 on that.
I think so. I think we'll stop on the way home.
Yeah.
And I call the place home on there so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But listen, if you are looking for a vehicle, no kidding. We've had a good time on the show, and thanks for all your text messages. But if you are looking for a vehicle, if you are in Albuquerque or Los Lunas or Santa Fe or wherever you are, get on down to the Los Lunas location of Melloy, Ford, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, all in one location. Easy to find, easy to deal with, just good old country folk selling trucks or cars. And come say hi to Todd.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I heard you on the radio. Get them all the time. Yeah. People see my ugly mug on the TV and say, hey, I see you on the commercials all the time. So anyway, give us a call, 505-451-0714. Jump online at MelloyLosLunas.com or just come see us. Thanks for joining us on 96.3 News Radio, KKOB.
The preceding show has been a paid commercial advertisement. The views expressed do not reflect those of this station, its ownership, or management.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven